People ask me all the time, Timur, you've got so many toys.
Whoa, that's insane!
What do you even do with all of them? Do they just sit there collecting dust on your shelves? Or do you wipe with them instead of toilet paper? And I always say, nope, I make a show with them.
Reflect my face in cracks, shattered glimpses of a time that vanished in the black. The moonlight crawling through these blacks, but it won't stay. Whisper voices in the dark, they lead me astray. Fractured memories screaming loud inside my mind. Pieces of the past that time won't ever let me find. A pain that echoes through the halls where shadows play. Every shot of yesterday cuts me in its way.
Great to see you again, my dear viewers. Well, here we are again. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what the second episode should be about. And not because I didn't have ideas. Oh no, quite the opposite. There were so many that choosing just one felt impossible. So, I decided to cheat a little. I built myself a helper, a special device that picks topics for me. Meet the Emodoscope.
Greetings, Master. Ready to begin selection.
Hey there, buddy. Let's get started.
Initiating random demonstration protocol.
You saw it yourself. The choice has been made. Today's episode is all about Bionicle. And honestly, that's kind of poetic. Remember in the last episode, I showed you piles of my toys? Some of you were probably wondering, how did it all start? After all, even the biggest mountain begins with a single stone. So what was my first stone? What was the very first toy in my collection? Now, if you remember, as a kid I was completely obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. I knew every character by heart and dreamed of owning the action figures. So it would make perfect sense if my collection started with them, right? But life had other plans. I grew up in the wild 90s, right after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Western toys? Total dream. They just didn't exist in stores where I lived. So the Turtles weren't my first toys. They weren't available, period. But I'll save that story for another episode. It deserves its own deep dive. Today, it's all about Bionicle. So how did I even find out about them? And why did they matter so much to me? It all started back in 2003. I was 13 years old. A new family moved into our building. They had a son named Nick. My friends and I welcomed him right away. Over time, Nick and I became good friends. I told him all about my hobbies, especially my Ninja Turtles obsession. We played Dendy games at my place all the time, especially my favorite, Manhattan Project. I'd show him the bosses, tell him how badly I wished I could buy the figures, but of course, there was nothing like that for sale where we lived. And then one day, after another one of my rants, he said to me, "Listen, Timur, I can't get you the turtle figures, but I know something else. Something that might fill that empty space inside." And that was the beginning of a miracle. He told me about Bionicle. And to explain what exactly he told me, I'm handing the mic to one of the wisest Bionicles around, Turaga Vahkama. Turaga, I know you're eager to begin, so go ahead. The stage is yours.
My friends, listen now to the legend of the Bionicle. In the time before time, the Great Spirit descended from the heavens and brought life to a wild tropical island in the middle of the ocean. He named us the Matoran and gifted us with sacred knowledge of the universe. We accepted the gifts of the Great Spirit and named our island Mata Nui in his honor. We lived in harmony. The earth nourished us, the sun warmed us, and the sea protected us. It was paradise. But as always, where there is light, darkness follows. The Great Spirit's brother, Makuta, looked upon his relative's success with envy. No matter what it was, creating life, building civilizations, or winning a best mass contest, Mata Nui always outshined him. One day, Makuta had enough. He crafted a dark and twisted plan to get rid of his brother. One day, Makuta visited Mata Nui under the false pretense of peace. And here's what happened.
Greetings, my brother. I've come to celebrate the birth of new life.
Makuta, are you serious? Every time I create something, you immediately try to destroy it.
Oh, come on. That was ages ago.
That was last year. I built a civilization, and you flooded the whole thing.
We all make mistakes. But this time, I truly want to celebrate. Look, I brought 2 glasses of your favorite ambrosia, the drink of the gods, just the way you like it, served on a sky blue tray.
As you've probably guessed by now, that wasn't a drink of the gods. It was a super powerful sleeping potion. Mata Nui knew what his brother was capable of, but he accepted the gift, hoping to avoid conflict.
All right, you sly devil. You win. I'll have a drink with you.
Go on, drink it all up. You know what they say. True happiness always settles at the bottom.
Whoa, I'm not feeling so good. Everything's going dark.
Perfect. Now that this fool's asleep, time to have a little fun with his precious civilization.
After that, strange things began to happen on our island. The Matoran, its people, were the first to notice.
I'm telling you, stone always wins. Even in rock, paper, scissors.
Water wears down stone over centuries.
How many centuries does your water need to wear down my rock, huh?
Took you about as long as it takes to come up with a good joke.
Ha! Hilarious. Just so you know, Matoran aren't just strong, we're smart too.
Sure, especially when they chase the ball like headless hopo.
Hey! Hands off the Koli game. That's sacred.
Uh-oh! It's a Chimera. Run for it.
Then let's see which is faster, stone or water.
For Mata Nui's sake. Hookie, could you shut up for once?
Jowler, bet I can whistle better than you.
Well, obviously. You're a Lematuran.
Want me to show off my amazing skills?
Alright, why not? Got nothing better to do.
So, impressed?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let me give it a shot too.
Nope, this is how it's done. To each their own. Some are born with perfect pitch, and some had a bear stomp on their ears.
That's a Muwaka. Run!
But honestly, none of that matters. The best skill is knowing when to run and not end up somebody's lunch.
It's way too quiet in this forest. Ugh, my big mouth's gonna be the end of me.
Just kidding.
Run! The Nui Rama have gone wild.
What happened? Why are you so out of breath?
A swarm of Nui Rama almost snatched me with their claws.
Nui Rama? No way! They're peaceful creatures. Wouldn't hurt a fly.
Too bad I'm not a fly. Something's definitely wrong with them. This isn't normal.
Still hard to believe though.
You hear that? Someone just got eaten. Isn't that enough for you?
But they used to be so gentle.
You do what you want. I'm out of here.
When life's a mess, grab some cookies and de-stress.
Mata Nui, what in the name of Protodermis is going on this island?
What happened?
I was almost crushed by a swarm of Tarakava. They were charging like maniacs.
I barely made it out alive too. One of those Canera almost skewered me.
The Rahi have totally lost it.
It's like something's taken control of them, or cast a spell or something.
Exactly. They're like possessed. Like some evil spirit's taken over them.
Something really weird is happening here. And I'm afraid this is just the beginning.
It turned out the Matoran were right. It was all part of Makuta's evil plan. He cursed the creatures of Mata Nui by infecting their elemental masks with his shadow energy. That's what made them so wild and aggressive. We, the Matoran, tried to defend ourselves. But the Rahi, they were faster, stronger, more ruthless. Darkness fell over the island. You may ask, did no one stop the chaos? Fortunately, there was hope. One day, 6 metal canisters washed ashore. From them emerged 6 mighty warriors, protectors of the island. They were Mata Nui's secret weapon, created for times of great danger. And now, that time had come. The Matoran called them Toa, which means brave one or guardian. Makuta hadn't fully taken control of the Rahi. He only infected their masks, trying to command them. But the Toa quickly figured out what to do. That was the beginning of the hero's journey. Now, it is time for you to meet the Rahi, mysterious and dangerous beasts that roam our land.
Wait, Turaga. First, I have to introduce a very important friend. Let me introduce my invaluable assistant, the mighty supercomputer, Netrix. His memory holds absolutely everything about every resident of the Toy Empire. Whenever someone important enters the stage, Netrix immediately pulls up a quick profile. Alright then, Netrix, show the viewers how it works. Run a profile on me.
Certainly, Master. Processing data. Done. Timur Aljanov, Supreme Emperor of the Toy Empire. A brilliant strategist, a wise ruler, and a charismatic leader. Thanks to his efforts, the Empire achieved order, power, and the luxurious splendor of collector shelves. He loves sleeping with his plush teddy bear, Mr. Snuggles, and he refuses to bathe without his favorite rubber duck, Sir Quaxton III. So, did you like it?
Have you completely lost your circuits? Stop that right now! Your job is to give short, accurate bios, not spill personal secrets.
Apologies. It won't happen again.
Alright, Now we can move on to the Rahi profiles. Netrix, fire up your magic box.
Of course. Uploading data. Complete. Nui Rama are huge flying insect-like creatures. They're found all over the island, but most believe they nest deep in the jungles of Lake Koro. They spend most of their time in the air, spying for Makuta or hunting down targets from above. Nui Jaga are giant scorpion-like monsters. They mostly live in the deserts of Powahi, but you might spot them in jungles or along the coast too. They prefer to hunt in pairs, which makes them twice as dangerous. Tarakava live in the seas and rivers of Matanui, usually sticking to shallow waters. These giant lizard-like predators almost always hunt in pairs. And any Matoran who dares to swim near them knows there's no Rahi more dangerous in the water than the Tarakava. Canera are massive herbivorous beasts who just want to be left alone. They can stretch their necks surprisingly far, and they will use that to defend themselves. Fast and powerful, Canera rely on their horns and the element of surprise. They usually won't attack first, but come too close, and they'll charge without hesitation. Muaka are ferocious Rahi, similar to tigers or big predatory cats, with razor-sharp claws, deadly teeth, and a muscular neck that can stretch out to grab prey. Muaka were born to hunt. They're fast, strong, and terrifying to Matoran for good reason. Manas are the strongest guardians of the dark depths. They look like giant crabs, with monstrous strength and a mean temper. No one knows exactly where they live, but legend says they guard Makuta's secret lair. If you knock off their infected masks, you can beat them, just like all other Rahi.
After all that, you're probably wondering, where exactly did Makuta place those infected masks? Well, take a look. After seeing these awesome photos, you might be thinking, I wish I had creatures like that. Well, take a look at what they cost.
No way! $1,000? You could buy a car for that! Timur, did you really spend that much money on them?
Of course not. I'm not crazy. I got all my creatures back in 2010. These exact same crabs, I bought them for just $200.
Wow! Prices have gone up 5 times in 15 years!
Tell me about it, it's insane. And utility bills went through the roof too. I even have to buy fewer toys now. And don't even get me started on grocery prices.
Yeah, inflation doesn't spare anyone.
So now you understand why I fell in love with this series. It was nothing like the others. Sure, there were tons of different Lego themes, and each one had its own twist. But they all shared one main concept: building things out of bricks with yellow minifigures. Didn't matter if it was Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or anything else, the formula was the same. But these robots, they broke the system. Instead of classic bricks and yellow guys, these sets came with pieces that didn't even look like Lego. And with them, you could build an awesome robot with a mask. That's what won me over. They became my very first collectibles, the start of it all. Now let's talk about the story behind the series. As you know by now, 6 heroes, the Toa, were defending the Matoran from the evil powers of Makuta. Unfortunately, back when I was a kid, I couldn't collect all the Toa. I only had 5. And Toa Pohatu? For some reason, he just never wanted to join the team. You won't believe it. It took me 10 whole years to finally get him into my collection. His brothers had been eagerly waiting for him too. They kept asking me if Pohatu had finally arrived at my empire.
I'm so happy you finally bought me.
Oh, I'm thrilled too. Come on, show me your outfits already.
I can't wait to try one on myself.
Hey! The winds whispered to me that Pohatu's already on the shelf. Is it true?
Well, maybe someone's got him on their shelf, but definitely not us.
Damn it! The treacherous winds have tricked me again.
Liwa is the true king of the air. He swings effortlessly from tree to tree, soaring through the jungle with ease. His axe slices through branches and vines as he clears paths around the Kawahi Bay. Liwa prefers to live high above the ground, among the treetops, because on flat ground, he can be a little clumsy.
These masked robots are so weird. What does Timur even see in them?
What is this place? And how did I even end up here?
Welcome to the Toy Empire.
Any news on Pohatu?
Sadly, I still haven't managed to get him.
Well, that was pretty much expected.
Kopaka is calm, calculating, and relentlessly focused. His long ice blade can slash through snow and ice, or melt it with deadly precision. A single well-placed strike can trigger an avalanche or freeze everything in his path. They say Kopaka brings winter and long, cold nights, and it's known for sure that his cool-headed discipline balances Tahu's fiery rage. But he must avoid heat. Extreme temperatures slow him down and dull his reaction time.
So you're the one in charge here, huh?
That's right, I'm in charge here.
Then tell me, where do the others from my series live?
Just a couple blocks from here is your base. There are plenty more like you waiting there. They already know you've arrived. They even saved you a spot on the shelf.
On the shelf? So that's like a place of honor?
Depends on how you behave.
Home sweet home. Wow, I look awesome. Even a simple swimsuit looks great on me. Madam, you're absolutely stunning. Are you sure we haven't met before? Oh, right, that's me. Wow, I look amazing in this dress. Mirror, mirror in my hand, tell me true, am I the fairest in the land? I look stunning in this dress. But hey, I rock that swimsuit too.
When will more Decepticons finally join my ranks?
We haven't even unboxed the last ones yet, and you're already asking for new stuff.
So tell me, where can I find them?
Let's see. Alright, opening the shelf folders, like we did last time. Let's say we search for Blackout. The system shows he's on shelf number 25. And look, we also have Jetfire here. Oh, and even your Cyberverse version.
Timur, just tell me, is Pohatu here already?
No, Tahu, I haven't managed to buy him yet.
Damn it. What's taking that sand maniac so long?
Tahu is the fiercest and most aggressive of the 6 Toa. If possible, avoid direct confrontation. He's not someone you want to face head-on. He feels right at home in the fiery heart of Mangai volcano, where he surfs through molten lava flows, carving paths through rock with his powerful fire sword, guiding the lava all the way to the sea.
Maybe I should start shooting them. They're showing up way too often. Can't even have a proper conversation.
Are you out of your mind? Do you know how insanely expensive these guys are?
Kidding. I'm kidding. You seriously believe that? I'm all sweetness and light.
Timur, how do you like my new outfit?
Looking absolutely awesome.
Timur, I wanted to ask you something. Whoa, what a gorgeous dress.
Do you like it? I do too. It's beautiful.
Moments like this make me wish I were human instead of a robot. I'd totally wear something like that.
Oh, hi Golly. Did you need something?
Wait, what did I come here for again? Ah, right. I wanted to ask about Pohatu.
I've been dying to finally get him. My patience is wearing thin.
That rascal still hasn't shown up. But hey, once he's here, we'll give him a proper welcome.
Gali, the Toa of water. They say you can sometimes hear her playing in whirlpools and rushing streams. Powerful enough to drag the careless straight to the bottom of the ocean. Her intellect and agility make her a true master of self-defense. But when the heat rises and the land dries out, her patience tends to run thin.
Miss, you're so beautiful. May I take you out on a date?
Oof, I don't know. I'm super busy today.
Want me to order cheese pizza? That's my favorite.
Thanks, but I'm watching my figure. Gotta slim down for the summer.
And what if I pull up in a Bugatti Chiron Supersport?
Yo.
So what are you waiting for? Let's hop on the love cruise right now.
I'll carry you in my arms, straight to our happiness.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything?
Oh, right. How could I forget? I've got so much to do.
Hey! What's with the excuses? What about Pohatu?
Sorry, Onua. No time to chat.
Onua prefers to live underground. With his massive arms, he tunnels through the rocky ground beneath the Papua Nui Reef. His short frame helps him move quickly through tight tunnels, and his infrared vision lets him see perfectly in the dark. He doesn't see well in daylight, but his sharp hearing makes up for it. On the surface, he moves slower than underground, but he's incredibly strong and surprisingly agile.
And this went on for 10 years. They kept asking me about him again and again. And my answer was always the same. No. But then, one day, I won him at an auction. I couldn't believe it. I was over the moon. As soon as the package with Pohatu arrived at my toy empire, I let all his friends know right away. After all, they had been waiting for him just as long as I had. 10 whole years.
I'm listening.
Hello? Who am I speaking to?
Do you even know who you're calling right now?
I'm calling exactly where I need to.
And where exactly do you think you're calling?
Why don't you tell me who I'm talking to?
Maybe start by saying who you are.
I don't need an introduction. People already know who I am.
What? Really? Me too. So what?
Look, I'm trying to be polite here. Don't get smart with me.
Look, I'm being polite here. But if you don't stop this nonsense, we'll take it to another level.
Wait, are you threatening me? Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? I run an entire empire. One word from me and it's game over for you.
And so what? My master has an empire too. And our empire could wipe yours out. No problem.
What, feeling all tough now, huh? Then give me the time and place, if you're not scared.
Timur Alzanov's toy empire. Ever heard of it?
Hold up. Tahu, is that you?
Timur, is that you calling?
No, genius. It's not the Icelandic Santa Claus. Of course it's me.
What the hell? What's this about?
Oh, nothing special. Just letting you know, Pohatu finally arrived in our empire.
No freaking way. I gotta go tell the guys right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Just don't crush him with excitement, he cost me a fortune.
Well, my dear brothers, the moment we've been waiting for is finally here. That scoundrel Pohatu has finally arrived in Timur's toy empire.
Seriously? Hard to believe it actually happened.
Perfect. Now we can finally be together again.
What a moment. I don't even know what to say.
We've all been waiting for this for so long. And now, it's finally happened. Yes. Then let's go give our brother the welcome he deserves.
Yeah, and let's give him a good whooping for making us wait this long.
Yes, Pohatu was finally purchased. But along with the joy came something else. A sense of bitterness. Bitterness toward him. I was genuinely angry. Angry that he made us all wait so long. That he didn't arrive when we needed him the most. We even had a heart-to-heart about it, me and him. And you're about to see exactly how that conversation went. Well, well, well. We finally meet. The legend of auctions and shattered hopes. You have no idea how long I've dreamed of owning you. What? Nothing to say? Oh right, I haven't activated you yet. And do you know why? Because you owe me. You need to hear everything I've been holding in. I spent 10 whole years chasing you. You drove me crazy. Sky-high prices. Constant losses at auctions. Sellers vanishing into thin air. No money when you finally popped up. Everything was against me. It's like you were hiding on purpose. And now here you are. Just standing there, shameless, not even blinking. Oh right, you can't blink. You're not activated. So tell me, why did it take so long? Why all the drama? Huh? Why were you playing hard to get? Hey, I'm talking to you. Say something.
Timur, if you're done with your angry rant, I've got news for you. The Twilight Sparkle set you wanted, it just hit the shelves. Come on, we've got to grab it before it sells out.
Fine, Pohatu. I've got more important things to do. I'll let your fellow Toa deal with you now.
Reflect my face in cracks. Shattered glimpses of a time that vanished into black. The moonlight crawling through these blinds, but it won't stay. Whisper voices in the dark, they lead me astray. Fractured memories screaming loud inside my mind. Pieces of the past that time won't ever let me find. A pain that echoes through the halls where shadows play. Every shot of yesterday cuts me in its way.